Hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Heartspell Horizon Academy. We're going to continue on. We've got, she's at 4 of 10 events. So we're going to try going for Amara, Elel. Might just say screw it and finish the people I want to finish first. Get them to 10 and see what happens. So let's continue to unlock the secrets of transcendence.
You go looking for Amara, but can't find her immediately. Then the lightest touch brushes across your cheek.
Amara?
Amara appears in front of you suddenly. She looks slightly paler than usual, and sweat pours off of her. Before anyone else can turn to see her exhausted state, she waves her hand and once again appears immaculately put together and regal.
Illusions. Nice. Are you okay?
Yes, fine. I was hoping that our previous experiment might give me the ability to connect with you from a higher plane without effort on your part.
It worked. I felt you.
Yes, but it's still wholly unfeasible. That small gesture cost me a truly staggering amount of mana and effort.
Ooh.
To be honest, our interaction last time was also quite strenuous. No, this merely confirmed that other directions of research would be more fruitful.
Like what?
You will join me in a transcendent state, so that we might experiment with interactions there. Perhaps we will discover something that will make cross-planar interactions less arduous.
It's quite the honor.
You have no idea. Other Quela would not approve of me bringing you into the higher planes, even temporarily and chaperoned. It would be considered both risky and heretical. I'm willing to take that risk, but don't tell anyone about this. Ever.
I won't. Show me your spell.
Not my spell. Not exactly. The Quela have been infusing ourselves with pure mana for centuries, with each subsequent generation being born with more inherent power. We're at the point now where we are able to temporarily move our bodies and souls to a higher plane without much effort.
So what do I do then?
Relatively little. When I shift, you might notice that I take my clothing and possessions with me. You are slightly more complex than a book, but if properly prepared, I believe I could pull you over with me.
So she's gonna prepare me. Prepared how?
Transcendence isn't simply a matter of arcane power. It's a state of mind. Leaving this place behind means severing all ties with it. No attachment to people, places, or even our history here.
That sounds difficult.
Not for us. From a young age, we're taught to focus ourselves on the higher planes and our people who already exist there. Your task is simpler. By purifying all mana in your body so that it has no connection to this plane of existence, you will loosen your connection.
And then?
Then I give you a tug, magically speaking. If it works, you get to see existence from a perspective I believe no human ever has.
Let's do it. Okay. So, let's see. Start with this
Continue.
one. Oh, yes, the 5.
Fleeting display of competence.
Yes, I'll show you a fleeting display of confidence. Okay.
Not as hopeless
display.
as you look. Acceptable.
So close. Just need these two. Okay, but if we go here. Let's get some more pure. Got this 4
More
set
like
up.
that. Continue. You're getting the basics. More like that.
Only 4 set up, yes.
You're getting the basics.
Gets me a free turn. Free turn. Nice. Let's do root filler. And then Nux. cleanse yet. If we go here down. This one or this one? Oh, I can't decide. We'll go with this one.
Continue.
A fiver.
Fleeting display of confidence.
That's
Acceptable. Continue.
Move these guys around. Let's just refresh the whole board. YOLO. Okay, so we've only got a few moves left to
More
do
like
this.
that.
I need these to go away. I'm not seeing anything else. Oh, yes,
A fleeting display of
got it.
competence.
This
Not as
one,
hopeless as you look.
and
You're getting the basics.
here,
Acceptable.
and that was
Continue.
here,
You're getting the basics.
there. I'm so locked in. Okay, is there something? Two over here. I could. This one to bring that
Continue.
down. There's so many. Still have so many points I need. I'm gonna fail this one. I 100% know I'm gonna fail. Oh,
You're getting the basics.
extra turn.
Continue.
Maybe if we go here.
Not as hopeless as you look.
We needed that fire over here. And we go there. That gets us to 5.
Flawlessly done.
And
Acceptable.
an extra turn. So close. Just need one or two more.
More like that.
Oh, and I just have one. One more move left. But we have this. Oh, there we go.
Not as
Come on.
hopeless as you look.
So
You
just a few
become
tiny more points.
unbearably nauseous as Amara tries to draw you into a higher plane that rejects you in your current form. You have to run to the bathroom before Amara reappears and hope that you can find her again later.
Okay. We need something easy after that. Let's. Yeah, we're going with easy.
You spot Riley excitedly talking to a group of students. Surprisingly, Gelbert is by his side, and Riley is lazily scratching the creature behind his ears. The conversation ends, and Riley waves hello as he spots you.
I thought you didn't like animals.
Did I say that? I suppose I did. Gilbert here has been following me around constantly for weeks. And eventually, the effort of shooing him away became more of a bother than just dealing with him.
Why is he following you?
Probably no reason. Who can understand animals, right? Best to give him pets and otherwise ignore him, I think. Speaking of things that aren't Gilbert, I think I made some progress in understanding what we saw last time. The world spell that keeps this realm intact is constantly drawing energy from the students.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Right. When you passed your hand through one of the mana threads. That didn't
Excuse
hurt,
me?
right? Generally speaking, I don't think there's much danger. I've been paying attention to when people walk through the threads, and the enchantment is siphoning magic off of students, but not in amounts that any reasonable wizard doesn't constantly replenish. The newest students might have some issues, but for everyone else, it just makes us slightly tired.
So it's fine then?
Not quite. The threads and runes themselves are in good condition, so they don't need much mana to function, but they're starting to deteriorate. The more frayed they get, the more mana they'll need to draw to stay functional, and that will start getting dangerous.
Oh no.
We need to refresh the enchantment, but doing that is wildly complex and takes a tremendous amount of raw magical power.
Well, if we all get together and all of us put our heads together, we'll figure it out.
I love your optimism, but I worry it's misplaced here. I'm not nearly the best or the most powerful student here, and you're very bright, but also very new. Attempting this level of magic would likely kill us, and we certainly wouldn't succeed.
But then who?
Amara's probably the most powerful mage here, but this is still well beyond her. Don't, tell her I said that, but it's quite true. There's no one here who could do what Galdrin did.
So what could we do?
Do you remember how I was able to pull the mana thread into different constituent elements? A student couldn't possibly replicate the entire spell, but someone with enough expertise might be able to maintain just one aspect of the thread. Amara could probably take care of the pure mana, for instance.
So then we just divide up the work? Like Voltron or the Power Rangers?
It won't be that simple, but that's the theory. Want to test it with me? I can pull one of the threads apart, and you try to strengthen just one of the cords.
Let's give it a try. Okay.
That's it. You're a natural. That's it. Exemplary.
I love how positive he is.
You're a natural. But
wait, what does he say when this happens?
Let's call that an area for improvement.
Oh, you're such a positive bean.
Top marks.
Oh,
You're a natural.
The cutest.
Sweat pours off your brow as you finish reinforcing the mana thread before Riley binds it back into the bundle. You both sit down, exhausted. Your feeling of accomplishment is tempered as you think about the millions of mana threads crisscrossing the realm.
There are so many of them.
Too many. But I think we learned something important here.
So what's the next step?
I need to start quietly looping in the students who are most gifted in each particular element. Amara, Ember, Cassie, Typhon, and Heron. I'm not sure what to do about Chaos, but we'll figure it out.
I know you can reach for chaos.
Before that, I need a shower. That exercise has worked up quite a sweat.
Catch you later. Okay. Oh, Ember's the lowest. Okay, come on, we're gonna go with Ember.
Coming
and
out of
hopefully Luna's up.
class, you notice Ember leaning against a wall, surrounded by her friends. She's laughing with them, but her bunched up hands tell you that she's rather stressed.
Oh no.
Bringing anyone tonight, Em?
Ha! We all know the answer you're hoping for.
I'm hoping that we'll be able to talk about how this place is falling apart.
Boring. Seriously, Constantine, you were more fun when you were hitting on her.
Guys, I'm literally right here. And for your information, my plan for study group is to study.
Hey, that sounds good to me. I study at study group. Sometimes.
Who are you?
We know what you like to study, Lila.
Let's just watch and stay out of this.
Oh, how like you were definitely studying with Marta a couple weeks ago?
Okay, so this is Delilah from
Lila?
the chat.
Maybe shut up?
Sorry, I'm totally ruining your chances of studying with Ember.
Yeah, I don't think she ever said what her name was in the Typhus playthrough.
You are all the worst.
Oh, she sounds so mad.
Ember spots you, and her eyes light up.
Speaking of actually studying, there's a freshman I promised to help with Intro to Artifice, so I need to run. But I'll see you all tonight for a study group.
The others give her cheerful goodbyes as she hurries over to you and turns you the other way.
Sorry to use you like that, but you are a lifesaver.
Use me anytime. What's going on?
My friends meet up to study after dinner a couple times a week. It's mostly to stay on top of advanced arcana, but it's also sort of a group date. Or at least that's what it was. This semester, everyone wants to talk about the state of the school and what we should do about it. I'm sick of it.
So you can't actually get any studying done?
Nope, and we need to. The younger students are learning a ton from the upperclassmen, but there's not as many ways for us to learn what we need to pass our tests. I love my friends, and I really wanted senior year to be fun for all of us. You know, one last chance to do what we want before we graduate and responsibilities take over. Study group should be perfect for that. Old friends, cuddling and learning and joking together. But instead, it's just stress. I hate it.
Anything I can do to help?
Huh, you're sweet to offer, but I think you're about as far removed as possible from...
What is it?
You're a freshman and a human. Absolutely the total opposite from my friends. And as much as Constantine and some of the others want to talk about what the High Fae should be doing about the school, there's no way they'll talk about any of that with such a complete outsider around.
You want me to come to your study group?
I really do, actually. And it would be great for you. It's like 10 free tutors, and we're all really good at magic. But there's a big problem.
What is it?
I can't just bring someone random to study group. You did great with the weather enchantment, so I think you can hold your own. But being a promising freshman isn't good enough. Unless...
Unless what?
Okay, I know this is crazy, but the group date thing is real. I can't just bring a friend, but no one's going to be rude to my date.
Are you asking me out?
Well, not really. But if we show up as dates and no one wants to talk business around you, then maybe study group can get back to being what it was. And you'll learn so much. Please?
Okay, but hands to yourself.
I promise this isn't my elaborate scheme to get into your pants. Just an
it's
elaborate
not?
scheme to get my friends to chill out.
All right, then.
Really? Yes, my friends will want to know all about you, but if anyone's a jerk, I'll fight them off, okay?
Sounds great.
Awesome. I should actually take off, but I'll see you there. Meet me outside the senior dorms after dinner.
See you
The
there.
day passes slowly. You try to focus on your coursework, but you're distracted by the anticipation of going on a date with Ember to an elite study group, even if the dating part is for show. You rush dinner and afterwards head to the senior dorms. Freshmen aren't usually in this wing, so you get a few glances until you find Ember waiting for you.
You came! I was worried you'd back out. Thank you so much. You look great, by the way. Well, shall we?
Good, take her on.
She leads you down a corridor and up a flight of stairs to a gorgeously appointed lounge. There are 12 other Fae seniors already here. Some of them you recognize, but others you don't. All of them look expensive, and the bits of conversation you catch are on topics well beyond you. All heads turn to you when you enter. Introductions are made, and it's clear that several people here are annoyed at a freshman being here, for a variety of reasons.
Studying advanced arcana with the seniors. Alright, hotshot. I'm game. Impress me.
Constantine, come on. Don't be...
Oh, I already know you're just like a character in another game that everybody wants to romance, but nobody can romance.
Aw, protecting them from us? Cute. But be realistic, Em. You can make out anywhere, but if you bring someone here to study with us, we should know what they bring to the table, right? Come on, new kid, don't be nervous. I've got some exercises for you. Just show us what you know.
Okay.
That's the
Let's
way!
start with the top.
Yes! Don't get discouraged. That's the way! Impressive!
Okay.
Whoa, are you
Fiver.
sure you're a freshman?
Just really good at seeing patterns.
Oh.
Except when I don't.
Yes!
That sets up that one.
Oh!
Two turns there.
Impressive!
I'm so
This
glad
new
Amar's
class
the
shows
only
a
one who
lot
needs
of
4s or
promise.
5s.
Yes!
It's so much easier to get points
Oh.
with other people.
Constantine and Lila lead you through a series of spells, and although you feared this might be some sort of hazing, they're extremely precise and professional. It's a rigorous battery of tests that leaves you exhausted and off balance, but eventually they give each other a satisfied nod.
Spell work is rudimentary, but serviceable. Not a large repertoire, but better than I expected.
Mana control is actually great for first year. Terrible for a senior, obviously. But hey, still better than Lila, so there's that.
Thank you for giving me lessons, Lynn.
Absolutely fall off a cliff, little prince. I did also notice that our guest has a flair for creativity.
If by creativity you mean not doing the spells correctly?
Or maybe I meant what I said? Look, whatever, it's a pass from me. I don't know that there's much for us to learn, but I'm not worried about being dragged down.
Well, that's settled then. Welcome to the club, I guess. Until Ember gets tired of you.
Oh, snap.
Hey, sorry about all that. Are you okay?
A small price to pay to hang out with you.
Aw, playing your role to perfection. Careful, or you'll convince me this is a real date. I'm so happy you came. Now that everyone's on board with you being here, will you come more often? Notice how no one is dragging me into a serious conversation? I haven't been this happy here in weeks.
I'm happy to
I
help.
appreciate this a ton. I owe you.
You spend the evening with Ember and her friends, alternating between joking around and studying some very advanced spells. At first, several of the Fae clearly want to talk about things that they can't around you, but eventually they give up on that, and the atmosphere becomes much more light-hearted. Amidst all the spell work and cuddling, you can feel a lot of curious eyes darting your way through the evening. Curiosity eventually turns to boredom, though. Lila and Constantine in particular look rather confused.
Hey, what's with them?
Who? Oh, well, Fae relationships are often rather physical, even among friends. I think when I said you were my study date, they were expecting a little less study and a little more date. I really don't want to make things weird for you, but I think this might not work if we don't do something to throw them off. Got any ideas?
Hold hands.
Oh, yeah. I actually really like holding people's hands in general. The Fae, well, we're usually a bit more forward when it comes to dating, but you're human, so I think it will get the point across. Everyone thinks you're all prudes anyways.
Ember happily slips her hand into yours and gives you a warm little squeeze as you talk about the magic you're working on.
So adorable!
Eventually, people start to leave, alone or in pairs, and the gathering dissolves. Ember gets up to see you out.
Hugs!
You wrap Ember up in a big hug. She gives you a tight squeeze that lasts for a long, drawn-out moment, her hands lingering on your arms.
Thanks again for coming. I hope you come to the next one, too.
Okay, ooh, we have points. So that's 7. And pure. Okay, great. Everything's at level 6. And now, yep, friends up one. Ooh, which one?
You
we're going with
spot
Typhon.
Typhon in a focused discussion with Ember and walk over to just outside earshot as their conversation is ending. Ember brushes past you on her way out.
Hey, I was about to come look for you.
You know Ember?
I do now. I mean, I sort of have, but it's not like she pays any attention to me. Not that I expect her to.
Because she's one of the seniors.
When it comes to the High Fae, being ignored is the best case scenario for Remnant. But in this case, there's an opportunity.
What opportunity, I ask, as I already know what he's going to say.
5 students have gone missing over the course of the
Oh.
week. She wants me to find them before panic spreads.
Why you?
Because she knows I can. Just like on the outside, people run to the High Fae when they're scared. And just like on the outside, the High Fae come to people like me to actually get things done.
Do you think this relates to our Nightweaver?
Absolutely. I knew there were more of them around, and they're very stealthy. Just the sorts of things that could nab wizarding students without being seen or tracked. This is all good news, though.
How so?
Partly because it means I was right, and I'd like the High Fae to know that, but mostly because Nightweavers are thomnivores. They eat magic, not meat.
So the students are okay?
Okay is a stretch, but people can last weeks in a Nightweaver cocoon before they die. Weavers will go to great lengths to keep their victims alive as long as possible. We should definitely hurry to get them out. But there's every chance that we can get them back alive. Assuming we can get to them, which is still a huge problem.
Because we don't know where they are.
Well, that's the first problem. We don't even know where their hunting grounds are. But once we do, then we still have to deal with them. And 5 students in a week means we're probably dealing with a colony. A colony means a queen. 3 times as large as the one we fought. And maybe other males. Probably tons of eggs. And mana-sapping webbing all over.
How do Remnant deal with colonies?
We leave. Remnant are nomads. When we come across something like a Nightweaver colony, we pick up and find a safer corner of the wilds. But we don't have that option here.
Should we ask the others for help?
Ember volunteered. Honestly, surprisingly brave for High Fae. Usually her type are happy to let others take all the risks.
Well, she's a badass, just like us.
But I've been thinking about it, and I don't think that's the right strategy. Right now, the colony must be small, or students would be vanishing much faster. If we lead a bunch of students down there and things go badly, then that's that. A few more captives to sap, and those eggs will become fully grown Nightweavers in days.
Oh no.
If you and I go alone, we have enough discipline to pull out safely if we need to.
But can we take on the colony? And he's probably going to say, no, it's just we need to find the
Not
colony.
yet, but there's something we can do to prepare
Yep.
while we figure out where this colony even is. It's an old remnant technique that I've never gotten right, but I think I've learned enough here to give it another try.
What is it?
Mana sealing. You form spells inside your body without letting any mana in or out. That limits the sort of spells you can cast, but it means Nightweavers can't leech the mana out of you.
Huh.
It's a hard technique, and also very secret, so I'm taking a risk even telling you about it. But I think I can trust you. And if we figure it out, the Nightweavers will be manageable. Think we can work out how to do it?
Tell me how it works. Okay. So,
Good footwork.
Good technique.
just watching this one.
Good reflexes. Solid.
Just getting a refresh to get rid of the unstable gems. A little bit of cheating.
Good casting. Impressive.
Bonus move.
Good footwork. Great technique. Good casting.
Okay. Oh, but that one's at a 2. Refresh.
Impressive.
Straight up to that one.
Solid. Good technique. Well done.
Oh, duh.
Great technique. Nice. Nice shot.
He's gonna lose me a turn. But
Good technique. Keep your
Okay,
wards
what's
up. Tricky.
In your time at school, you've learned about several different magical traditions. The little piece of remnant magic that Typhon shares with you feels wholly different. Older, alien.
Huh.
The glyphs seem to hide their meaning from you, even as you practice them. It takes a lot of time and focus, but with your studious ingenuity and Typhon's familiarity, the two of you are able to reliably use mana sealing. Being able to use only the mana already stored inside you is limiting, but if it's what you need in order to take on Nightweavers, then it's good to have the practice before you're put to the test.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's done it. You know, there are only a few others in my tribe that know how to do this well. I was determined to figure it out, but I didn't think I'd get it this early.
Remnant magic is, no. Well, there's stuff in the wilds that will eat your... It's unusual.
Yeah,
We're gonna go with
I know.
unusual.
Before you ask, I don't know why. We hold on tight to our traditions, but most of our history was lost when our realm was destroyed, and that was generations ago. No idea how my ancestors developed this, and I don't care as long as it helps keep us alive. The spirit wilds are full of dangerous things that are always hunting for us. Tricks like this have kept us alive all these years.
What hunts you?
Ephemeral nightmares, rogue constructs, will-o'-the-wisps, fae.
Fae?
Yeah, well, I mean, they aren't omnivores, but a lot of their sentries are on the lookout for magic, so mana sealing helps keep their eyes off us.
Fae like Ember?
Yeah, very much so. So I hope you appreciate the trust I'm showing you by letting you in on this little family secret.
Why do you trust me so much?
Typhon gives you a long, unblinking stare. The seriousness of his gaze stops your breath for a moment before he shrugs and looks away.
There's a few things, I guess. It helps that you're human and have no idea who the remnant are. You treat me like anyone else, no baggage. It's a nice change of pace. But mostly, I like how you fight. Quick and clever, but also determined and unafraid. You fight like every fight matters. Like you only have yourself to count on. You fight like me. Like Remnant.
Thanks, I think.
You think? Look, if you're gonna know one thing about me, know that me telling someone they have anything at all in common with Remnant is the highest compliment anyone's gonna get out of me.
Swoony.
Now all that's left is to find this damn colony. Let me know if you spot anything suspicious, and I'll do the same.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Studying mana sealing has taught you a minor magical style. Arcane Ward. Match 4 gems to gain a shield that prevents the next time you would lose points.
Nice. Okay. Spells. Cleanse, I don't use that much, so we're gonna replace cleanse. With, no, I wanted to replace it with the... Oh. That's that one. let's just go back to here for now, and we'll change it when we get some of the other ones unlocked. Let's see what... Oh, Morgan.
The days after you and Morgan's attempt to summon Galdron are tense as rumours circulate through the student body of an active necromancy ritual site in the swamps. As Morgan predicted, the school teeters on the brink of a wide-scale panic before some of the seniors manage to calm things down. One morning, you all wake up to a bulletin posted throughout the dorms and castle, unsigned, but likely coming from Riley.
Oh no.
The ritual site in the swamps appears to have been the work of a curious student experimenting with dangerous chaos magic. While the practice of necromancy is not forbidden at the Academy, please remember that such manner is inherently dangerous and corrupting.
Okay.
If anyone has found a necromantic tome or otherwise is curious about the world of the dead, please reach out to any of the seniors for guidance. Thank you, and let's all do our part to keep the Academy safe.
Oh no.
Assurance that the matter is being looked into gives the students permission to stop worrying about the issue, but elements of discontent and paranoia continue to make their rounds. You've been careful not to draw attention to yourself or spend much time around Morgan, but a mishap in Magical Beasts 102, Origins of Myth, lands you in the infirmary with one fewer fingers than you prefer to have.
Oh dear, that's a bit of blood that would do better inside you. Just to make sure you do want to have 5 fingers again, yes? Many species get by quite happily with 4.
That first line, oh my god. I hate you, but I love you now. My first option is like, why are we going to Morgan? Can we try to heal it ourselves? I gotta choose this one. Are you gonna make me heal this?
And pass up this opportunity to see the results of such an exotic bite up close? I'm not letting you have all the fun. Come with me and I'll have this mended in no time.
Morgan sits you down on the edge of one of the beds, and you glance around the otherwise empty infirmary, mostly to avoid looking at your injury. They gently cradle your hand between theirs, and the pain subsides immediately.
Aww.
Really no need to worry. As you might imagine, knitting bone is a specialty of mine. Being attached to someone living makes it slightly harder, but I'll have you good as new in a minute.
Your hands feel nice.
That's the shock talking, but I appreciate it all the same.
Morgan raises your hand, still cradled in theirs, to their mouth, and gently breathes warm air between their fingers, sending a shiver through you as the magic finishes the healing process. A few wipes with a warm, wet cloth, and your hand does indeed look as good as new.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for, after all. Also, a wonderful cover. Everyone's keeping their eyes peeled for potential necromancers, but of course the lead healer isn't at the top of anyone's list.
I've got to go with the sassy. Oh yeah, you totally don't look like a necromancer at all.
Is that... Are you mocking my fashion? Amongst the Fae, I'm considered quite stylish, you know.
The delivery of that line. Chef's kit. That was the best.
And even if someone were to associate my delightful ensemble with matters of the grave, it's hard to pin suspicion on the person who's helping everyone.
Do you like helping people?
Like is a strong word. I don't mind it. But there's a more important practical consideration beyond just the practice and general reputation. One you might also consider if you're interested in following in my footsteps.
What's that?
Necromancy has a lot of risks. One of them is that the more you channel dark mana, the more it hollows you out, distances you from life around you, especially other people. Healing magic does the opposite, so taking this position inoculates me against one of the larger long-term risks of my real pursuits.
Smart.
I have to be. Stupid necromancers don't last long. I'm glad you came by, even if the motivation was rather unpleasant for you. Our work is far from complete.
We need to find that spirit, right?
Exactly. I can't be certain, but I think it's a former student. And I certainly don't know anything about any students having died here. Mysteries upon mysteries.
You said you knew of one.
Oh, yes, but Galdrin put that one back together, so no chance of their soul still wandering about. This is someone else. Someone I hadn't heard about. If it's haunting the castle or the dorms, perhaps it saw what happened to Galdrin while most of the students were gone for the summer. We just need to find it.
How do we do that?
Carefully. Searching the academy for a ghost shouldn't be too hard at night when spirits are more active, but this place has gotten a little crazy about necromancy. Don't let anyone see you channeling death magic.
I won't.
Good. Just start looking when you have time.
Okay.
I'll let you know if I find anything, and you do the same.
Over the next few nights, you start searching the academy for ghosts.
Ghost hunt. Okay. So chaos gems are more common. Oh yes, set up to 5. Get the root filler. So many. DeForest hunger, yes, I love you. Combo. Yes. Okay.
The more you practice, the more easily you're able to channel the small streams of chaos mana necessary for basic necromancy, like searching for lost souls. Or so you assume. With most ghosts confined to the swamp, you don't find anything, and it's hard to know how well your spells are actually working. Long nights spent wandering the castle turn up nothing at all. So it's startling when you round a corner in the conservatory and find yourself face to face with the same apparition you saw in the swamps.
Give chase.
As before, it bolts.
But we run after
You
it.
sprint after the spirit, and a short minute later arrive at a small grove of trees behind the conservatory, where you lose it. But you can still feel it in the area, watching from nearby.
Message Morgan.
You send a message to Morgan, and they arrive a few minutes later.
You found it? Excellent work, my apprentice.
Thanks.
Give me a moment. Yes, I see. This spirit has an aversion to necromancy and some wizardly talents to defend itself with. But also... yes, there you are, my pretties.
Morgan makes a clawed hand, and as they slowly lift it upwards, the soil beneath you shifts, and bones begin to poke through.
Wait, what is that a deer skeleton? We've definitely been chasing a person, right? And not a magic deer?
I'm not sure I would know the difference.
Well, I've never tried to describe the difference between a person's soul and an animal's before. There are differences, but I see the difficulty.
At that moment, you hear footsteps approaching. Morgan looks down at the deer skeleton at their feet.
Shit, this won't look great. Not if people are already paranoid about necromancers. I'll clean this up, you distract them. Go on, hurry!
You walk quickly around the corner of the conservatory and almost run right into someone. Out of the corner of your eye, you can still see Morgan attempting to sink the bones back into the earth.
Oh, hey there, fellow night owl. I was just out for a stroll and... no. That's a lie. Sorry. You know how there's supposed to be a necromancer out here? I was sort of hoping to meet them and swap tips.
Of course you would.
And unless I'm mistaken, someone just channeled some chaos mana just over there.
Charlie's eyes start sliding in the direction of where you can just make out a panicked Morgan emphatically shaking their head.
Oh, which one?
Whoa there! What's got into you? Because whatever it is, I like it.
The last time we hung out, didn't we make out on your bed? Like, we watched a movie and made out in your bed, I thought.
Charlie pushes you gently against the
I'm gonna
nearby
have to
wall
rewatch that video.
and tilts your head back as she begins ravishing your neck.
Of course she goes for the neck.
The necromancer's gaze lingers on the two of you for a moment before they shake themselves and get back to the work at hand. You and your paramour set about fully occupying each other's attention, and when you disentangle sometime later, there's no trace of Morgan and no hint of necromancy in the area. The next day, you find a note slipped under your door.
Thanks for the save. Meet me in the infirmary later and we'll figure out what to do next.
Nice. Okay. So, water up levels next.
Surrounded
Charlie.
by a hefty pile of notes and various arcane implements, Charlie perks up and slides her headphones off when she sees you approaching. Charlie greets you with a long, deep kiss. It lasts a few decadent seconds before she pulls back and directs your attention to some of the notes on her laptop, leaving an arm casually around your waist.
Can't I be here with the other three?
Oh, thanks for helping last time. Making that sunlight charm got me really thinking about the interplay of how vampirism is fueled and how it manifests. I could use a lab partner if you're available.
Sign me up.
Yes, I want to see if I can make a talisman that will gather ambient mana and form it into the same form of mana found in blood. Up for some blood magic?
So vampires won't have to bite people?
Exactly. The vampires I choose to hang out with would love an option other than feeding on people, but there just isn't one.
Can they feed off things like animal
For
blood?
a while, but it's time-consuming and leaves them weak, so I don't blame them for not sticking with it. Blood is an extremely potent source of mana, and human blood works best because vampires used to be human. But I have an idea for making a replacement.
Any downsides?
Hopefully not if I do this right. At least not practically. I'm told there's a rush from feeding that they probably won't get from meditating with a crystal. But it's a start.
And it could save lives.
Vampires don't need to kill their prey, and a lot don't. Feeding can take any amount of blood, and vampires can blur memories. So most humans end up with basically a hangover.
That doesn't sound so terrible.
Yeah, it's really not. Kind of hot if they're gentle about it.
I think I'd enjoy that.
Oh, if you'd like, I can introduce you to some when we're back on Earth. Vampires could just live with us if they wanted to. It's just some individuals who make it a problem. But humans kill humans too. And wizards kill humans. It wasn't that long ago that people burnt witches too. And now, here you and I are at magic school. So things can definitely change.
Yeah.
When a vampire kills someone, it makes for good dark romance stories. So one vampire goes on a killing spree and all the folklore focuses on that. But that's not all of them. And I'm hopeful that my talisman can help, even if lots of vampires won't be interested. there's very little forcing them to play nice, besides their own morality. In a lot of ways, vampires are basically just billionaires with fangs that are allergic to sunlight. But if my work can help even a few take the softer path, I'd like that. And as a bonus, learning to feel vampirism through a non-predatory source might lead to learning to harness aspects of vampirism without the downsides. Up for helping?
Yep.
Tight. We're going to use a few drops of my blood to work from. Mostly because it's convenient, but I've gotten some very nice compliments on the taste from friends back home. Ready
Okay.
to start?
Let's do it. Okay, so we need to focus on the research gems
Can we
first.
replicate that? That goal's checked off.
Okay. We'll go here.
A fascinating observation. I'm taking extensive notes. That opens a new line of
Yes.
research. I wonder if I can replicate that. Research goals complete.
So now I can focus on points.
I'm glad I chose you.
So good.
Oh, sweet. I'm taking notes. Let's call that a learning opportunity. Good one.
Nice.
Ooh, so precise.
So good. Let's get double combo.
So precise. Sweet.
4,
Wow. That opens a new line of research.
4.
Can we replicate that? Just like we practice.
Okay.
Good one.
Nice. Okay.
Charlie draws blood from her arm and puts it in a little dish in her magic circle. Then she sets down a mana crystal and the two of you get to work. You push
Okay.
magic through the crystal over and over, trying to change the resonance to match the magic in Charlie's blood. After a few failures, you have the idea to pass the mana through the blood first and try to help it keep that form as you push it into the crystal. Eventually, you get results.
Awesome! You're pretty good at this magic stuff, in case no one's told you that.
You're amazing at
Thanks! I'm starting to get some confidence for sure. This charm will need some refinement, but I'm confident that someone could become a vampire and not have to feed on people. One downside accounted for.
Charlie stares at the gem, lost in thought. You get the sense she's not just thinking about her friends.
it. Have you thought about becoming a vampire?
I guess I'm not very guarded around you. I'm definitely getting an offer after I graduate.
I thought you were more valuable as a wizard.
I definitely am. And if they didn't like me, then they just keep me as a magic ally. But they want me in the club. And before I get hit by a car or otherwise screwed by mortality. It's flattering, honestly. What's even more flattering is that I think there's a bit of a competition over who gets to make the official offer. I overheard 3 of my friends talking about it.
Why is there competition? And now we go into vampire lore.
That's something I don't know a lot about yet. All very vampires only, but I do know that who bites you is a big deal. Part of it is that different powers get passed down through bloodlines, but there's also something about loyalty.
Yeah.
People talk about blood bonds, and I can't tell if it's just debts owed or some sort of supernatural compulsion.
Yeah, you need to find out before they bite you, girl.
Definitely something I intend to research thoroughly before accepting an offer. I love my friends, but I'm not looking to be anyone's straw, you know?
So you're considering it?
It's definitely tempting. Eternal life is sort of an easy sell, But then there's the downsides.
A lot of downsides, it sounds like.
Yeah, and if I didn't know about magic, I'd probably take them up on it. But with all this power at my fingertips, there has got to be a better way. I just have to find it.
Are they pressuring you?
Sort of. Not like directly. But I'm definitely picking up that they're assuming I'll take the offer when it comes.
Oh, that little grimace face.
And don't get me wrong, I am really flattered. A bunch of badass immortals want me to be in their gang. I'd feel bad to turn them down.
But you have time to think about it, right?
Yeah, at least these 4 years of school. After that, we'll see. And it's not just their pressure. I think I can find my own solution. But if I can't, then I'm joining the Fang Gang. And to be honest, if I'm going to be immortal, I'd rather do that in a 20-something-year-old body than later on.
I get it, you are super hot.
Charlie leans forward and gives you a quick kiss.
Yeah, I see you checking me out. I appreciate the attention, by the way. Very good for the self-esteem. Of course, a lot of that complication goes away if I just master immortality on my own. 4 years is plenty of time, right?
Be careful. Okay, so that is about an hour. We'll see you again tomorrow for another video.